Hi, my name is Chris, and I'm an alcoholic. And what I want to talk to you about today is addicts. Um, as an addict, I want to talk to you about a few misconceptions and a few things that I've seen people say and I've heard and I don't agree with. I don't believe, and I think uh, it's a big issue for a lot of addicts. Um, and what that is that to find out who your real friends are, you get clean. Um, that's not entirely true. Um, and I want to say a couple of things real quick before I dig deep into this. I don't go to meetings. Okay, I've never been to a meeting. I quit cold turkey. My life, my freedom, my a lot of things in my life had to had to change, um, and so I had to quit. I had to give it all up. Okay, um, so I just quit. I gave it up. I'm done. It's been almost 9 months to the day since I've touched a drop of alcohol. Um, I don't have it anymore. It's not my life anymore. I will probably. I hope in my heart of hearts that I never drink again. Because it's brought me nothing but suffering. Now, and before I dig way deep into this, I wanna say a few things. One, addiction is not a competition. Okay, it's the same as other things. It's not a competition to see who's got the worst addiction. Okay, your addiction. I mean, there are people who do have worse addictions than me. It doesn't make my addiction any less. It doesn't make it any more trying. It doesn't mean that it hasn't affected my life uh, negative. Okay, I am a highly functioning addict. I have been a highly functioning alcoholic for years. Okay, has it ever interfered with my work? Yes. Has it completely crippled my personal life? Yes, it has. Um, but that doesn't mean that you can't bounce back. I bounced back. I did a lot of cocaine. I've smoked crack. I've smoked meth. I've done it. I've been there. I didn't get hooked on a lot of stuff to the point where it took over my life. But that doesn't mean that it hasn't affected me negatively. That doesn't mean that it hasn't taken things from me. I do know people who they've lost their friends to drugs. I mean, literally lost dead. They've lost their children. They've lost everything in their lives. I mean, homes, cars, family, friends. They've lost things because they took it too far. I was lucky enough that it didn't happen to me. Um, so what I want to say is that addicts, when we get clean, we want to have this dependency thing. We need to latch on, and we need to be like, oh, I need you, and we do need people. Okay. And if you're strong enough to stay by somebody who is an addict that is recovering, man, you don't understand how much they need you. Like, you have no idea how hard it is to kick an addiction. Okay. And if you have the strength to stand by, and not everybody has that kind of strength, not everybody has that heart, not everybody has that life in them to step up and be somebody's rock when they're sinking. They just need to hang on. They just need to cling to something, and everybody doesn't have one of those. I know that I don't have a rock in my life. Because the people that I thought were going to be there kind of bailed, because it's hard. It's hard. It's not a easy task to stand beside somebody and watch them change. And that's what you do. You change. You get so used to this person that does this, and then when you take something and you take away the drugs, you take away the alcohol, you take away the addiction, and you pull that out, well, when you're an addict, you don't have anything else. Like, you cling to that. That is your lifeline. That is what is saving you. Even though it's killing you, it's what saves you. It's what takes the place of your problems. It's what takes the place of your worries. It's what you do when you're happy. It's what you do when you're sad. And then you take it away and you have nothing. You have nothing. Because that's all you know. And then you got to relearn these things. And when you have a bad day, instead of going and having a drink, you have to handle it. You know, when you have a rough time, when there's bad news, you don't go get that fix. You need somebody to stand beside you and say, hey, you know what, it's going to be okay. And if you're that person for someone, like, you do not, and they may not tell you, and they may not be able to find the words, but you may have saved their life. You literally may have been the only reason they are still here. And for that, I will say thank you for being for standing next to somebody when they needed you, because a lot of us don't have that, and it makes it twice as hard. Okay, that's why the AA and the groups and the that's why it's so important to have that. Not just during the meetings, but it's after the meetings. It's when you're by yourself and you need to make a phone call. Those people that sponsor people, man, you guys are the real heroes, because you've been there. If you've never been there and you still stand by somebody and you're still right there for them, man, you are the real MVP, because you were saving a life. You know, you were saving someone you love. You were taking care of them. And that's amazing, okay? Now, I want to talk about a couple of things here. One is, when you get clean, you don't really lose people. Like they say, you know, everybody kind of bails. People do bail because it is hard, okay? And people don't sign up for that, and it's not their fault. I'm an alcoholic, okay? I drank. So when I got with my friends, we drank. That's what we did. We drank. We were drinkers. We were alcoholics. So I quit the life. I walked away. I gave it up. They didn't, okay? They didn't leave. That's their life. They're having a good time. They're enjoying it. I changed the rules in the middle of the game. They didn't. So when it came down, I abandoned my friends. They didn't abandon me. Okay, they didn't leave me. They stayed in the same spot I left. I changed. Okay? So yeah, I can't go around and do the same things that I was doing. So it's not fair for me to tell them they need to change for me. I changed despite them. They're not saying, hey, you need to come back, you know, we'll go do something with you once a week, come drink with us once a week. That's not how that works. Okay? They're still my friends. If I called them right now and I said I had a problem and I needed something, they would be there, because they're still my friends. They called me, same thing. Still my friends, man. As long as they don't need me to go drink, I'm good. You need a ride, I got you. You need some support, you need a backup, whatever you need, I got you. And it's the same. It's the same. It's on the same script. You know, so they didn't abandon me. I abandoned them. I changed my life, and I'm not mad at them for not changing. I'm not mad at them for doing what they were doing. You know, do I miss it sometimes? Of course. How can you not miss a good time? Is it worth going back? No. No, it's not. It's just not worth going back to that life. Not for me. I got too much to lose and nothing to gain anymore. So, no, it's not worth it. Now, if you are a hardcore junkie, and I'm going to say junkie, and I mean junkie. I mean, if you're banging meth, you know, you're banging ice, you're doing heroin, you know, you're smoking rock, you know, you're robbing people, you're breaking into houses, you're stealing from your family, you know, you're sucking dick to get dope. Okay, you're a junkie. That's a junkie. And if you pull yourself out of that, and I've seen it happen, I've seen people do it, and then I've seen people get out, and then I've seen people go back and get out and go back, and that's a rough situation to watch. But if you get out of that life, and those people they're not friends anymore, good for you. Because if they're still doing it, you don't need those friends. And I understand wanting to help people. I do, because that's what this whole thing is about. This is about me trying to help people. I put all my personal shit out there on display. Okay? People that I know can see this, family can see this, friends can see this, people who don't know anything about this can see this. I'm exposing myself completely. I'm everything is out there in the wide ass open. Okay? Because I want to help somebody. I want somebody to not have to go through what I did. Now, helping people is great. And if these videos help somebody, then I did good, okay? But I can't put myself in a situation to drag myself back down. I still got to take care of number one first. Same thing with you. If your loved ones are junkies and you're a junkie, get somebody else to help them. Don't go into it alone. Okay, those people, they're gonna drag you back down because that's what junkies do. Okay, that's what they do. They want you to be on that same level. I don't think that I'm better than any single person out there. Okay, if you're doing what you're doing, man, I've done it. I can't judge you for it. Do I want to see you do better? Of course I do. Has it been a blessing for me? Yes. In some aspects of my life, it has. Other aspects of my life, it isn't. It's killing me to be sober and not have anybody. I'm alone at this, and yeah, that is hard. But I got to do what I got to do. I mean, I could go back to that old life, and then I could potentially lose everything that I've worked so hard for. Doing this alone, I mean, it comes with a lot of depression. I don't know how that's going to end, but I know I didn't give up, at least not on this life. I mean, I may give up in the end, but I'm working hard to make my life mean something. It means something more now than it did a year ago. So, yeah, I mean, it's tough, but it can be done. You can do it. You don't have to do it alone. Find somebody, find a support system, go to the meetings, go to rehab, talk to your sponsors. You know, you're not clinging. They understand. You're not bothering them. You're not a burden to them. This is what they want to do. They have volunteered to help you. They want you to be better because they were in your shoes. So don't think that you don't have friends because you quit doing what you were doing, man. Those people, if you're a junkie, and you're doing the terrible things, man, those people ain't your friends anyway, okay? They'll rob from you just like they rob from their families, okay? They'll take from you like they take from everyone else. I mean, that didn't happen to me. Could it? Yes. Did it? No. It could have easily been me on that other side. I could have gotten hooked and I could have done that. I didn't, and I'm thankful for that. You know, but it doesn't mean that I'm better than you. It doesn't mean that you're not struggling, and it damn sure doesn't mean that you can't get your shit together. Everybody can get their shit together if they really want to. You just have to want to. So, as always, thanks for watching.